Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Gemini for the full moon in Cancer on December 22nd, on and around December 22nd, I should say, the energy that's happening then. Now, the full moon in Cancer is the end of a cycle, end of a solar cycle. The moon's home sign is Cancer. So everything has come, to the end at this point. The moon is like the mother energy. Everything sort of comes to this point, and then it's almost like you're going to start over again. It's been a long year of learning. It's been a tough year, like a lot of lessons and a lot of, I don't want to say like, it's not been monotonous. It's just been a lot of work. Like there has not been a lot of downtime in this year. This also is the gateway to Capricorn season, where in Sagittarius season, we have a lot of dreamy thoughts. We postulate on this, that, or the other thing, or what we think about this, that, or the other thing. But Capricorn season kind of calls you out, like, well, what are you going to do now? Like, are you going to do something, or are you just going to chat about this? Or are you going to keep thinking about it? Extreme progress is possible. So that is the kind of the message of Capricorn season too, as we usher into Capricorn season through this full moon in Cancer on December 22nd. All right, we start out here with the Seven of Swords. There is something that either you are keeping a secret, or someone around you is keeping a secret, or there's something that you know that you should not be telling a whole bunch of people. I say that a lot, especially with the internet. People tend to put everything online, all their feelings, beliefs, thoughts, ideas. This is not always the place for them, and that's where I feel like this has to do with you. People sometimes say, oh, somebody's cheating on you, blah, blah. I don't really subscribe to all that. This to me says there's something going on that either you need to keep to yourself, or that if you haven't kept it to yourself up until this point, you need to retreat and put it away. It's not for the rest of the world to know about. It's not to be shared with all these other random people. So there is something going on. Maybe you're thinking over like a life change. Maybe you're thinking over, an idea that you have, and it's just not ready for public discussion at this point. You also have the Hanged Man, and I think that's going to help you with keeping this sort of to yourself. Look at it from a different perspective. Not everyone will see things from your perspective, so they may misunderstand what you're talking about, or whatever this is may be a misunderstanding if it's shared with people. So like I say, keep it to yourself. Look at it from the other perspective. You may see it because you know all of the background information on whatever this is, but other people won't understand that, and it may cause confusion or problems. You also have the High Priestess, the most intuitive card in the entire deck, and this says deep down what the right thing to do is. You know who you can and cannot talk to. There may be a couple people, and because you have this card, I'm assuming there's at least one or two people that you can talk to about whatever this is, but one or two people is not the internet, is not social media. So you do have the intuition to know truly who you should and should not talk to about this. Now, I'm not saying to not continue on the path with whatever it is that you are working on or thinking about, because here you have the Ace of Wands, which says, get up off your butt, get some stuff. Here you go. Here's your opportunity. Here's your energy. Here it is. It's time for you to move on this. So you do have work to do, but like I said, it just doesn't need to be everybody else's business. And the reason why I say that again too is you have the Five of Swords, which is negative thinking, defensive position. It may just waste your time. You may have people that, like I said here, with this intuition or this opposite perspective, when you look at it from other people's point of view, they may not understand what in the heck you are talking about, or why in the world you would want to do this thing, whatever this is. So like I say here, you've got your intuition. You know who you can and can't talk to. Do you need this in your life? You feeling defensive, you getting negative feedback back from something that you want to do. Do you need all that? Probably not. So I would, like I say, keep it to yourself. Avoid this negative. This doesn't solve anything. Somebody attacking you and saying negative things and you feeling defensive, it's a waste of time. It's not going to further you. And then you have the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles I love because it's a practical message. Very practical. It's saying, this is what this is. Here is, you have the wisdom here, the owl. This is what this is. You know what this is. Let's bring it back to basics. Bring it back to basics and stop making it so hard. Let's not make this all so difficult. In the pattern of all of these things going on, you have the Five of Cups, where I think it's very easy to get discouraged, to feel a loss, to feel nobody understands. You know, this is so important to me, and no one gets it. Why doesn't anybody get what I want to do? And you can feel this sense of loss right here. But look, you have 2 cups that are not tipped over, that are full. So yes, you have these 3 cups that are tipped over, and if you focus on those, that's all you'll see. These are tipped over, they're empty, I have a sense of loss. But if you focus on these 2 right here, you'll see that you have 2 cups that are full. So you have a starting point. You may not be, I feel like you may not be as far along as you would like to be on your path, but that's okay. You know, sometimes we take a couple steps back, but we can still take a couple steps forward. So don't put yourself in a position of all is lost. I'll never get to do this. This won't come to fruition, because it will. Next, you have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is amazing because it's a victory, and it's a decent victory too. Like when knights would come back from battle, they would have a big parade and give them the laurel wreath is right here. So you will see some victory if you follow along with your intuition, the different perspective, not getting caught up in negative thinking, keeping stuff to yourself. You know, keep it to yourself, please. That was your first card that came up, was keep it to yourself. Keep it under wraps. It's not everybody's business. But that does not mean not to keep working. Because, you know, you have here this Ace of Wands, which says, let's go. Let's get going. Let's get going. And then you have the Knight of Swords, which is fast-moving intellectual energy. This says you will intellectually be challenged, but in a good way, and you are ready for the task. You have the agility and mental acuity to handle whatever comes your way, and part of it's going to be because you're keeping it to yourself. You don't have all this other weird input from people. You're ignoring, you're ignoring negative thought and, defensive activities, because it's a waste of your time. It does nothing for you. This Knight of Swords is like, you're moving forward. You're making the correct decisions. You're doing what you need to do. And I hate to say this, but I think it needs to be said that there will be some people along the way that will not be a fan of the way you're handling whatever it is you are handling, but this is your life and not theirs. And you may have people be disappointed, and that's what I see here with this Three of Swords, is that there will be some people that are disappointed that you're not doing it their way, or that you're not telling them all about your plans, because they're your plans, not theirs. And I think that you may experience some of that, and I want you to notice something here. You've got the Three of Swords, heartbreak, sadness, emotional letdown, that kind of thing, just a bad feeling, right? But look here, you have these 3 cups. You've got 3 swords, 3 cups, okay? You're feeling lost, all this sadness, whatever. Remember, when someone challenges you and says, well, you're not doing things my way and you're making me sad. No, they're making themselves sad. You're not making anyone sad. They're choosing this. Don't let them hand you this. Here, this belongs to you. Here, you take this heartbreak. You take it because I don't like what you're doing. You got these 3 cups here, right? You have the option to turn from those and look at the 2 cups that are full. And that's what I ask you to do. Look at the 2 cups that are full, because you have a lot of progress and a lot of opportunity coming your way. And I know you can't tell anybody about it right now, but when you can, I would love to know what you have going on. I'll talk to you soon.